August the 14th of 2010 will be a date ingrained in the memories of mixed martial arts fans in Ontario, with the announcement that the province would proceed to sanction and regulate the sport. One of the men directly tied to the negotiations is UFC Canada Director of Operations, Tom Wright.
We've been working with the Ontario government for at least the past 2 years. And as you know, when you're trying to build a new sport, when you're trying to enter into new kinds of territories, these things take time. And so yeah, I think the August 14th announcement was the culmination of a lot of hard work by a lot of really committed people. I give a lot of credit to McGuinty's government, to Sophia Agilonidis, who really did her homework and listened to Ontarians, but went out and actually got some facts and talked to stakeholders and looked at studies and really determined that our sport has come a long way, and that it's the right thing for the athletes, for our sport, that it be regulated.
A huge part of Wright's job has been education, and one of the common threads amongst critics is their lack of understanding towards the sport.
People have these misconceptions about our sport. They think that our athletes are all on steroids. They think that the competitions aren't fair. They think that there isn't a unified set of rules. But once you sit down with them and you talk with them and you provide them with the details, you provide them with the facts so that they can make informed, objective, rational decisions, we don't expect everybody to be a fan. But all we want them to do is make an objective, have an opinion that's based on fact.
The Ontario Athletic Commission will oversee regulation of the sport under the watch of Commissioner Ken Hayashi, a staunch opponent of the sport coming to Ontario.
I know we've already reached out to Ken Hayashi. Mark Ratner in our U.S. offices has spoken to Ken. I've reached out to him as well, and our plans are to sit down with him as quickly as possible to make sure that he understands that we're here to be a resource for them, that we're here to support his efforts. We will help Mr. Hayashi and help Ken through the work that has to be done. We're here to support it, but we're also here to make sure that we do this properly. We haven't set any timetables that say it has to be done by this date. It's the government's role, and we're here to support the government.
As fans await the first officially sanctioned card in the province, the question on everyone's mind is when that date will be for the UFC to enter Ontario.
They're pretty close, the two that we would look at, Rogers Centre and the Air Canada Centre, and they're both terrific facilities, but we haven't chosen one and we haven't set a date. We've got a lot of hard work and heavy lifting to do still to get all the regulatory requirements in place. But one thing I can tell you is that when it does happen, it'll be a fun evening. It'll be a great week. I think we'd like to bring one of our fan expos to precede the card in Toronto. It'll be a lot of fun.